You at home as well for joining us this hour. Really happy to have you here. So these are Trump voters. These are people who voted for Donald Trump in this past election. They're all voters from swing state Michigan.
So by a show of fingers, who approves of what Elon Musk has been doing in the Trump administration? None of you. And who disapproves? All 7 of you. Cheryl, tell me why you disapprove of what Musk is doing.
Because he wasn't elected to do anything. Like I don't understand his position. It's a made up position that they made, department or whatever. And he's been going through with the sledgehammer, just actually dismantling everything with the approval of Trump. So I'm almost at the point where did he actually buy the election to do what he wanted to do? Like, who's running our country? He was even in the Oval Office during a meeting with his kid on his neck. Like, what? I feel like we are a reality show. America is. It's awful.
It's awful. And these are all Trump voters. This is an Engageus focus group done with Trump voters this past week in Michigan.
So someone listening to you folks might say, he was president for 4 years. You knowingly chose to put him back in office, having watched him in office for 4 years. It sounds like a number of you are surprised by what he's doing. How can you be surprised?
I don't feel like he was this aggressive last time, because I don't think anyone would have voted for him if they expected to see what we're seeing now.
I don't understand the need to piss every other country off. Like Canada. Like we love Canada, don't we? Like my whole life, there's never been a problem with Canada. And all of a sudden, now we're like trying to create issues with Canada. I don't know.
I thought he was going to change things with affordability and make things cheaper, but by putting these tariffs in and terrorizing the world, now things are just going to get more expensive, I feel like, than they already are. So everything I believed was going to happen, I think, is going to go the opposite direction.
I feel like a lot of his actions have just been disruptive and creating chaos.
He didn't come out and be real with us and say, hey, I'm going to cut hundreds of thousands of jobs and you could possibly, your bills are going to go up. Like, that wasn't campaigned on.
Caitlin, I just want to circle back to you for a second. So you voted for Trump in 2024, but you've been very critical of him so far in our conversation. Someone watching this might say, why did you vote for the guy?
Sure. I think what he campaigned with and compared to what he's doing is pretty opposite.
Yeah, I didn't see this coming. I didn't think he was going to take these points of views that he's taking.
It's upsetting. I thought that his first 100 days, like he talked about, would be so much better than they are. It's a little frightening too. He's so erratic, and it's getting to the point where I'm almost scared to watch the news. I mean, it's a little bit frightening.
These are Donald Trump voters, Donald Trump 2024 voters in Michigan. And they say they not only feel confused and frightened by what Trump is doing now that he's president, they're worried. In some cases, they're more than worried. They are convinced that this is all heading to the worst possible place.
If the people that we elected to be his checks and balances don't check and balance him, then what are they there for? They're closest to him than we are. And I just see it going in a direction that's dictator.
I mean, if they don't check, if Congress doesn't check him, he'll just continue to, go his own way and just, drag us down with him.
He's acting like a dictator. He's basically letting, what he says goes, and he's not getting approval from the people, Congress. He's not taking the appropriate measures to put things in place. He thinks he's it. He's in charge. He's a king. He's a dictator. He's, running everything.
No, I feel that he thinks that he is a king. He had the crown on. Right now, we almost have to accept the fact that we're in a dictatorship. I mean, I don't. What he says goes. He controls the government. He controls the attorneys. He's going into the offices saying he's retaliating for what they did to him. Like it's chaos. Yeah, he thinks that he's a dictator, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop him. He has immunity from everything. So how are we to strip him from his powers? How can we put him in jail? Like, who's going to do it?